Thank you. Good morning, everybody. We will show you first a small video that explains the global solution of ATOS in the second screen activity, and then I will explain you the M6 case. Can you please launch the video, please?
Crisis, as well as the pain felt by millions of Americans.
But is Congress rushing to approve a plan that even the president calls imperfect? Horrific, shocking new details are emerging about the extent of the injuries superstar Rihanna suffered.
Great, this is wonderful. I understand you have setting up lockers and computers and everything the kids need to do their homework and do their schoolwork.
I first met Felicia at a parent conference 5 years ago. Many times in my classroom with literature, we talk about heroes and we read about heroes. And
semifinals in the first round. Zendaya and Val's quick stepper in 25.
So, as you see, we want to interact, innovate. That's where ATOS is positioning. So I am very happy to be with you this morning. I am Maxime Duquesne from ATOS. I am responsible for the pre-sales activity in France in the media market and responsible for this offering on the interactive second screen. Let me just in a few words explain you who is ATOS. Maybe you do not know ATOS, so one slide will be interesting for you. ATOS is a company that is made from ATOS origin and Siemens IT services. So in 2011 we bought Siemens IT services. So today the company is more than 8.8 billion euros with a lot of employees in all the countries. We are doing system integration, managed services for half of our revenue. And we have, of course, a lot of customers around the world. You might know that ATOS bought BBC's technology in 2004. And so we acquired a lot of people. And since that time, we are doing a lot of projects in the media industry around the world. You can see here a few customers that we have. And we are operating, of course, the BBC in UK. So it's a huge contract. And you might know that ATOS is the worldwide IT partner of the Olympics. So we are very used to delivering projects on time. We are very used to delivering services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and without any problem. And the Olympics is the best example that we can show. You cannot imagine that the Olympics are not delivered on time. It's always beginning on the ceremony. And we cannot be late, and you cannot imagine that the results of the athletes that you will see on the screen are not good. And this is the responsibility of ATOS to carry the results up to the broadcasters and to display the correct values. So this is a very challenging project, and we are very proud of this contract. So let's come to the interactive second screen. You might know that the media market is changing, with companies struggling to face the digital world. Smart devices are in every pocket. You might all have one with you here. And the social media are today the main link between people. And these three factors are the main ones that explain the second screen concept and why the second screen is an opportunity for everybody. You might have seen these kind of figures that show that almost 1/3 of people who have a tablet are using it daily on a daily basis in front of TV. And 1/3 of this 1/3 are using the tablet in relation with what they are looking on the TV. So it means that almost 10% of us are using the tablet every day in relation with what we are watching on TV. So there is a huge opportunity here to address and to give a new service to end users, to you and me. Let me give you just a few examples of what services can be added to a program. You can, of course, enrich the program with giving information to people, information about objects or subjects that you can see on TV, give access to video archives of the broadcaster. You can display more information, do surveys, games on the tablet. So this is the first family of enrichment that you can do on the program. Then you can also, of course, interact with the social media, make people vote, talk and react about what they are seeing on the screen, and as a broadcaster, be interested to get the friends turning and switching to your channel because their friend on Facebook will have say, "Oh, look at this movie; it's interesting." So people can come back on your screen. And of course, there is another family that is the commerce, the e-commerce. You can the second screen can be a trigger to make to some purchase. So you can purchase songs, you can purchase objects, clothes about what you are in relation with what you are seeing. So these are a few examples of what can be done with second screen, and you have seen some of them in the video just before. The first, the main one, the most important, is to enrich the program. Of course, you can imagine, we all know that, we understand that if a broadcaster wants to have a social second screen on, to launch, a new service about second screen, this has a cost, and the cost will be covered with advertising. This is quite clear. But as a user, you will not want to have adverts every 5 minutes or every 5 seconds on your tablet. It's not interesting. So it's up to the broadcaster to first add value to the programs with the additional content and things like that. Once this is done, the announcer will come and will be interested to pay for this new advertising space that is the tablet. So the balance needs to be found by the broadcaster, and this is the key of the success. Let's switch now to the M6 case that we have been working on last year with Civolution. So M6 is a private national French TV group owned by RTL Group. So it's composed of 3 channels, M6, W9, and Sister. In summer last year, M6 decided to enrich the user experience with this second screen concept. So they foresaw that the second screens would become a must-have feature. They anticipated this trend. The business driver was not the money. They did not intend to win money immediately. They knew that. The business driver was to enrich the user experience and to differentiate the M6 brand on the market. M6 did not want did not want to have a separate app. They already had one app for the M6 channels. They did not want to have a separate app on the tablets for the second screen. They wanted to have one single app with this feature added. And this app was supposed to be available for all the programs and all the channels. You might have seen around the world that many companies are doing today kind of second screen, but with dedicated app for one program. This is not the case with M6, and that's why they needed a company like ATOS to help them to industrialize the solution, to get it available for all the TVs, all the programs, and all the channels of M6. So back in July last year, ATOS had already experienced the second screen subject. We had already designed the solution to be industrialized. And we were already partnering with Civolution, so we knew the technology and we were able to integrate it very easily. ATOS leveraged its know-how of the smart mobility. We are very strong on this market with the connected cars and a lot of connected devices. So we have a good knowledge of how the smart mobile can be used on different markets, and we have also a very good experience on the telecom services that are needed to build a second screen service. I will explain it in the next slide. So ATOS has provided the backend solution, part of the backend solution to M6 in order to allow the interactive service on synchronized devices. So it means the interface with the M6 information system. We have supplied a real-time notification server, the real-time engine that is embedded in the app, and of course the project management, because this was a very short time frame project, and we had to be very efficient. So we did consider a SaaS approach. So it means that our solution is hosted in the cloud and is a scalable solution. So whatever the number of tablets and connected devices is, we are able to address it and to commit on SLAs with our customer. So basically, this is a very high-level picture. M6 did take into account the interactive backend. So they did. They are making today all the interactive content, and they are associating it to the video. And we did supply the part here that is embedding the Civolution technology, which gives the synchronization. And our SDK is getting the information from the Civolution and telling the app when the content must be displayed. Because, the Civolution says the timecode is this one, I am listening, the timecode is this one, and the SDK knows what is supposed to be displayed and when, and we say to the app, okay, you have to display this content now. We keep the clock, in fact. And the notification server is very important because, as you know, a channel can decide to broadcast a movie, for example, at 8 o'clock in the evening, but for any reason, the movie is always delayed by a few seconds, a few minutes. So we always have to keep the tablet updated with all the latest changes due to the news that can last a bit longer, due to the advertising that can be more, longer or shorter, it depends. So this is a very important break. So at the end, M6 is first very happy with the service. It's now 9 months since it has been launched. Producers and advertisers are interested by the M6 channel and service, and they are now starting to pay for getting their adverts interactive. And M6 will soon broadcast TV shows that have been created taking into account this new feature. You might know that a show that you will see on TV tonight has been shooted 4 months ago and created 8 or 9 months ago. There is a duration about 9 months between the creation of a show and the broadcast on the TV. So you might know that we are in September. The service was launched at Christmas last year, so 9 months ago. It means that the shows that have been broadcasted in this duration were not designed taking into account the second screen feature. Now this is the case, so M6 will soon broadcast shows that have been designed taking into account this feature. And so this brings me to what is the future of second screen? Well, first it would be to design shows and series that take into account this this feature. So the broadcasters, or the advertisers and the agencies will also be able to design adverts that take into account this feature. Then once you have this application on a tablet, you are able to collect information and data about the way people are consuming the content and consuming the interactivity. So we can add a break of analytics, the famous big data. We can analyze the behavior of people and consolidate the information so that it can be used later if we archive it with the MAM. We can use a few months later, we can know that this application, this movie generated a lot of, how to say, clicks from the from the people with the tablet, and this data must be consolidated. This is the next step: consolidate this information to the MAM to keep it for the future and to better monetize the content with the advertisers. And there is also the need to have interactivity on the multi-screen. It means not only the tablet being the second screen, but the tablet being also the first screen, and to have this interactive content on the first screen when you are streaming on content on your tablet. And here there is also a challenge to make sure that you can have synchronized content displayed on your tablet aside the streaming feed. So we are working on that with some customers to identify the solution. That's all for me. I'm happy to take your questions. If you need more information, we can also meet on our booth in Hall 7.